Hi, and finally we are going to build interactive dashboard from the scratch using Google Data Studio. So far we have a series of videos on how to build interactive dashboard. These are we are learning. In the process we have learned various kinds of scorecards, different types of controls, maps, bubble maps and so on, and donut charts, tree maps, tables with bars and many more we are learning. Let us start. So I have already built a dashboard that we are going to replicate this. So this dashboard is having 17 video with that visuals. Okay. So one scorecard for sales, one for profit, another for quantity, then transaction, then profit margins, then total customers. Then we also created a that bubble map. Then this is also bar chart. Then one combo charts we have made. Then this is donut charts. Then tree maps and one table we have made. We are going to replicate. So let us understand once again what is one interactive dashboard is all about. Interactive dashboard normally that deals with multiple visuals. When we make a selection in a particular or we make a selection of a particular component of a visual, changes reflects in rest of the visuals according to the selection that we make. Let us see. Suppose take for example, this is the one I have already built. Okay. So there is, let us go to view. So this is one. Suppose take for example these are the total sales that are total sales, total profit, total quantity, transactions. All these things are there. Okay. So all these visuals are linked together. Suppose take for example I will make a selection of France. So all this scorecard will must change or must reflect according to the selections. So let us see. So let us see. Yes. So this is happening. These are changes. These are changing all these things. Okay. Similarly, take for example, this is also consumer segment. This is consumer segment. Let me select all. One second. Let me click. So our data is back. Then we can see this is for consumer segment that I am selecting. Let us see what is the changes. So this is it's once again this sales, all these visuals are getting changed or changes are reflecting according to the selection that we have made, that is a consumer segment. Let us bring back our data. Similarly, take for example, I will make a selection for I will see the sales and profit. It is written by default. It is written quarter 2 2011. It is written, but let me see for that what is the sales and profits. Okay. Yes, this data that is in the scorecard like sales, profit, all these things, all these visuals are getting changed. So let me bring back once again. So let me see according to the customers that like and first customer has made the that due to this customer the highest sale has taken place. So what is the sales amount, what is the profit amount, what is the so all these things, bouquets or copiers, all these things will get reflected. And what is the regions from which that sales has been made, and tree map whether shipping, this tells about shipping. Okay. So let us see. Yes. So data are that means all these visuals are all interlinked. So we are going to that uh, changes made the according to the selection changes are made. So let us once again click on this to get our data back. So we are going to replicate this. So we are going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like one for these are the sum of cells. Okay, these are the sum of cells. These are the end results actually. End results. This is our data, real data. From this real data, we have calculated all these things. Sales, profit, total sales, total profit, or quantity, total quantity, transactions, profit margin, how much profit. This is a calculated field we have created by using custom field, and this is the cost, total number of customers. Okay. So that first will in the first the lessons that we are going to build these visuals and date range selections, region, sales, profit, all these things we are going to see. So let us go to edit mode. So we'll build upon this in the second page. Okay. We'll go to the page number 2. Okay. So in page number 2, we are going to, first of all, we will build up a scorecard. Okay. We have different scorecard in our metrics such as sales, profit, quantity, transaction, profit margins, total customers. We have created one. We will create one scorecard and we will configure that scorecard. Then according to that requirement, we will configure. Then we will copy and paste and bring about changes in the metric, and all our that scorecards will be created. So how to create a scorecard? Let us this is the scorecard. Add a chart. Then this is scorecard 1. If we want absolute value, we can click on here, click here, or if we want a compact number, like take for example, instead of having like 2, 3, 4, 5 decimals, let us have a compact number, because we have to manage space. This is very important because we have to create so many visuals. If we are taking absolute value, that means it will consume more space. Therefore we are going to use compact number. Okay, this scorecard we will select. Okay, so let us select this. Okay, so first one is created. Let us see. This is first one. By default it has taken the record count in our metric. So if you get back, what is the first one we have got? It is for total sales. Let us see. If we are selecting, what is the sales? Sum of sale is the total that we have got it. Okay, so therefore let us select it. So instead of record count, we will select sales. Okay, we will select sales. Okay, so this is the sum of sales, total sales that we are going to get. Okay, so we will configure this. Okay, we have got the sum of sales. Then let us go back. Let us go to style. So all these things we have already seen in the previous videos. Let us go to style. Then we will change the background color. This is the background color. Let us make it a little deeper. Okay. Let us make it a little deeper. So what we will do, we will this font color we will make it lighter. Take for example, let us make it lighter. Okay, then let us select all in the middle. Okay, so now we have created a scorecard for the sales. Okay, we have created a scorecard for the sales. Okay, so then we will see the data like setup. Okay, then we will the comparison metric we will see. Okay, comparison metric, add previous, we will add previous year because we will compare with this. So this is the none we will see, because when data will appear. Okay, so previous year data, what we will do, we will compare the present year data with the previous year data. Okay, therefore we are selecting here, this is previous year we have selected and apply. Then we can go to data default range setting. Okay, default range we can click here. Default range we can see. So this is set as auto. Yes. Okay, so in comparison we have selected here that whenever we want to see, here there is no data because we have not make a selection of a period. Okay, we'll see. Okay, so then now there is no data as we have not selected the previous year. Let's say 2013 or 14, whatever maybe we have not selected, therefore data is not selecting. Okay, so let us go back to the missing data. If there is any missing data, let us go to style once again, missing data once again. Let us see missing data. So here it is no data, we will keep it as blank. so blank, because it is no data, therefore we will keep it. So there, let us see the comparative metric. This is, take for example, this is the deeper color. I will make, let me make it a lighter color. Okay, that is when this is the arrow color that we are, because we are using a dipper, so when arrow will appear inside, it will appear in the form in a lighter, in white color. Okay, that is the selection that we make. Then let us see what are the other options. So what we are doing, we are customizing. Okay, so whatever criteria we are fixing to this, so when we will duplicate this, those criteria are going to apply that. So here, so absolute change, take for example, if you want to see the absolute change, you can make it. So if it is not required, so let us not make it. Okay, then decimal precision, suppose take for example, we'll see the decimal precisions. Take for example, let us see. Okay, we'll see. Okay, that latter. Okay, so let us make it. It is already single decimal. It's fine. There is no issue. Now sales scorecard is ready. We can now duplicate. Okay, copy, and we can copy this and paste side by side. Copy, paste. So what is the second scorecard? That second scorecard is sum of profit. We can see the second one. We can select the scorecard. We can change it to profit. So this is the sales. Out of these sales, so this is the profit that we are getting. So let us go to style. Let us change the background color. Let us change the background color. Background color little will change. So let us make it blue. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll see. So then we can once again for copy, we have then we can create, what is the next one, let us check. We have created profit, then quantity. Okay. We will copy this. Yes, so what we will do, we will now uh, this is here, we need quantity. Take for example quantity. So this is the quantity. This many quantities have been sold. So let us bring about change in the background color. Take for example, in the background color we will change, another color we will select. Take for example, we will take a green color. Okay, so this is the color that we want to. Okay, so now we have got 3 scorecards. Then next, so basically what this quantity is all about, let us see. So or this quantity means number of, that we are calculating the number of items. Okay, so then what we can do, next scorecard is our, we can see what is the next scorecard, is the transactions. Let us prepare another scorecard. Okay, so this is the scorecard for transaction that we are creating. Okay, we will now prepare transactions. Transactions are basically the number of orders that the Euromat store got or received. We are handling Euromat that data. The way to get it by simply counting the amount of rows, that is the amount of record that I have in my source data. Okay, so we are talking of two things, one is source data, another is end result. Sum, when we are making the sum of certain rows, okay, certain columns data, that means that is the end results. Take for example, in one row, suppose somebody has sold 2 items, another person has that sold 3 items like this, and we are making the sum. So this sum is the end results. Okay. So basically, when we are that doing this transaction, what we are doing, we can get it by simply counting the amount of rows, that is the amount of record that I have in my source data, because each and every row is an individual order or an individual transactions. If I count the total number of records slash the rows I have in my data, I shall simply get the answer for the number of transactions that happened. And the way to get is by dragging a record count to matrix. Okay, we can bring it record counts. Okay, because record counts we can bring it record counts to the metric, then we can bring it right, we can give it a name like transactions. So this is transactions are the record counts. Okay, so now we have got these transactions. Okay, so let us go back once again, style, let us change style, background color, let us take another color, let us not select green because green is already there. So now we will take for example, we will take this color. Okay, so transactions we have created now, transactions. Okay, so let us see what is the uh, next one. Scorecard is profit margin. Take for example, we will create profit margins. We have already created this. Actual, this there is a formula to calculate profit margin, and that can be that mm, calculated using custom field that we have created in previous lessons. Okay, we can simply drag and drop. So basically, profit margin which is missing in our, which was missing in our data, we have already created. Okay, for profit margin we need to have a calculated field, okay, which we have created through custom field. To create a profit margin field, we need to have calculations of sum of profit divided by sum of sales. There are two ways that we can add a field. That here there is one option, add a field, or we can go simple to resource, manage, add a source data. Okay, here it will appear. So we can go for edit. Okay, so in edit we can create add a field. Here is one options, add a field. We can add a field like that. Okay, so like that we can create. So the underlying formula we can write here, like take for example add a field. Okay, so here we can write profit margin, and what is the formula that I told, that sum of profit. Suppose take for example I will write sum. Okay, so profit, like that we have to write. Okay, sum of profit divided by sum of sales, we can slash sum of sales we can write. Okay, so let us close it. That is how we can. So since we have already profit margin, that column we have already created, so what we will do, we will simply that drag and drop, or we can make a selections like profit margins, it is there. So that is the way how. So 12.1% is the profit. So we can go here, so we can go to style and we can make the background color, we can change the background color to take for example white, sorry, black, we can make it. Then we have I think another column that another scorecard that we need to, let us see. So what is the scorecard? So total number of customers that we have to make. So let us copy and paste. So what we have to do, we have to uh, basically what we have to do, we have to write, we have to select the customer name, customer customer name. Okay, it is taking by default. So how many customers are there? Okay, see, take for example, see, there are distinct counts, there is a difference. Suppose take for example, I will make a count, total number of count. Okay, take for example, so our scorecard will appear, it is equal to transaction, number of transaction that has taken places. So why this is reducing? Because there are some of the customers, they have made the multiple transaction. Take for example, that one customer name is appearing in 10 transactions. Actually the name, that how many customer, that number of customer is 1. Okay, therefore in that case, to avoid the repetitions of name, because the customer is the same customers, therefore what we have to select, that it is count distinct. So now it is there. Okay, so now we have got it. So what we will do, we will go to style. Okay, we will go to style, then background color will change, we'll change the background color to something else. Take for example purple. So this is what we have created. So these are the scorecard we have created. Okay, these are the scorecard we have created. Anything, let me check if we are that missing something. Okay, no, we are not missing anything. Okay, I think we are not missing anything. Yes. Achha. So what we'll do now, uh, I think we had six number of scorecards. Let us see. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six scorecard. So now we have created six scorecard. So what I will make? I will make a selections. Control all, Control A. Simply I will drag to the right sides. Right sides. Let me drag. Okay. So it is here. Okay. So then what I will do? I will make. I will create some of the space for writing the company name and pasting the logo of the company. So what I should do, I should create a rectangle. So suppose take for example, so I have created here, one rectangle has been created. Okay, so one rectangle has been created. So then now what I will do, I will write it text, write the text. So this is called Euromart store. Okay, Euromart store, yes. So what I will do, text properties, we can do, what we can do, take for example, this is smaller, we will make it little larger, 28. Okay, sorry, this is font size, we will make it, let us select it, we will make it to take for example, there is certain issues it seems. Okay, we'll see it. So this is called, we can paste it here. Okay, this is, I think there is certain issues. Okay, so we'll see that later on. Just a minute. Let us increase a little. Text properties. This is no. I think there is some issue. Okay. Let us manage with this. Okay. So this is called Euromat store. Or let us go back. Let us bring it here. Copy. Yes, we have done it. Just a minute. Yes. Once again, what we'll do, we'll create one rectangle. So we can drag a rectangle here. We can drag a rectangle here. So then we can put it here. Okay. And at the same time, we can also have just a minute. So yes, it has been done. So then what we can do, once again we can create a space to paste logo. This is the space to create a logo. Let us manage. There is little space. Suppose we want to have certain oh, just a minute once again. Let us see. It is here. Yes. So we'll make this a little darker so that it can be easily identified. Little lighter we'll make. Yes. So now this is the space for logo, Euromart store logo. So now we have created six, like take for example six scorecards, the name of the company, and this is the space for logo. And sometimes if it is required, we can also image, we can also here we can also image we can import. Okay. So this is, so next what we need to do, uh, like that take for example one drop down, two drop downs are there, one is date range, another is region. So we will create. So to these are the controls, these are the controls. So these are the controls that we are going to, so what we will do, we will add a control, we will add a control. This is a control, this is a control that we are going, so that is a drop down control. This is called drop down control. So what it is, date range control. So what we will do, metric control field order id has been selected here. This is the order id, it has been selected here. So what we will do, we will create here date range. Okay. date that date range control, order date. Yes, we have order date. Okay, so we have certain dates are there, we can replace with the order dates. One is order date, another is regions. Okay, we can see. So now we can make a little smaller. Okay, so here is a drop down, here is a drop down. Okay, so these are the dates. Okay, so what we'll do, will it, so what we'll do, so there is a exhaustive list of dates. We'll convert these to year and quarter. Okay, take for example year and quarter, we'll make it year and quarter. We are sorry, actually it should not be order date. Okay, so there is another option that is called, it is already there, uh, add a date range controls. I'm sorry. Okay, because it tells about date range control. Let us see the previous one. So this is the select date range control. Okay, so by mistakes it has been taken as this. So there is date range control. Yes, date range control is appearing here. Okay. So let us uh, will select later on. Okay, let us change the style, background color, we will change the background color to let's say, take for example, this is the color we will give. So let us minimize so that we can okay. So then what we need, uh, uh, we wanted, this is next we'll see. So this is a date range control, this is a drop down control, this is a drop down, three regions are there. What we will do, we will create one drop down control. So add a chart, sorry, add a control, drop down list. Okay, so we can here, okay, we can paste it here. By default it has taken the order ID. So what we will take, uh, we will change it to control field, we will control field order ID it has taken, we will change to region. Okay, this is the region. Okay, so let us change it once again. Okay, change it once again. So let us change the background color, background color, let us make it, this is okay, I think this will be fine. Okay, this will be fine. So this is a drop down, let us see whether it is working or not. Let us go for view. Okay, let us go for view. So let us say we will select all the sales, profit and quality, transactions, profit margin for this. Okay, so let us select central. Yes, it is working for central. Central sales is 1.3. This is called interactive dashboard. Suppose take for example, we will go for north, we will go for south. Yes, this is perfectly interactive. Okay, so we have not seen the date range. We will see. Okay, so let us select all. Okay, so then what we will do? We need let us go to edit mode. Okay, let us go to edit mode. Then we have got, let us see, we have got three sliders, one for profits, one for profit, one for sales and another for quantity. Okay, these are the three sliders we are getting. Okay, so we will create, so all these three sliders are based on order level data. Earlier we looked a custom field, sum of sales, profit or quantity, that is appearing here as a scorecard. Okay, let us move on to the next page. So these are the sum, that means these are the end results we are talking of. Okay, so earlier we looked a custom field, sum of sales, sum of profit or quantity, and how these are filtered according to end results. Here we are using sliders for our order level data. If we make change or modification to the sales or profit or quantity, all of them will affect the source data, and the source data according after getting filtered uh, according to these will be reflected in our end results. So we are not filtering the end result here when we are that using sliders, rather we are here referring to the source data. Okay, so what we will do, so add a control. So let us add a control. Yes, we will add a control. Add a control slider. Add a slider. So there is a control field here. Control field has been by default, it is taking month and order dates. What we will take? Suppose take for example sum of sales. We will take sales. We'll take sales. Yes, one control field has been added. So let us minimize so that we can make the best user space, because so many visuals we need to make. Yes. So then we have to replicate this. Okay. Then we have to replicate this for profit and quantity. Copy, paste. This is for profit. We'll make for profit 1. Profit we have created, and we will create one for quantity. One for quantity we will create. So this is the field quantity. Quantity, yes. So now our scorecard is ready, our sliders are ready, and our, take for example our sales, our this is ready. Okay, so let us see how it works. Okay, so now what suppose take for example I would like to see the sales in this is my source data. So all these things we see these uh, that scorecards are getting changed. So according to the selection that we are making, I'm going to suppose take for a profit, take for example profit. Yes, so this is also getting changed. That means, so this is absolutely fine. Similarly, as for the quantity, let us say whether it is working or not. Yes. Okay, so that means let us go back to the edit. So our scorecard is perfectly working. Okay. So what we will do, so we have created 3 sliders. So we can go to the we can select cells, we can go to the style, then we can go for background. Okay. Background and border, we can go for this, then add a border show. So we can add a border show, tick and untick, that this shadow will be removed. Then we can go to once again, we can tick and untick. Similarly for these selections quantity, we can go for this. Okay. So it is add, and so now perfectly we have created all these. Okay. So now Let us see view. So how these are affecting? It will appear. So now this is okay. Okay, let us go back to the edit mode. So now last thing that I want to do uh, for this session is to I want to do for this panel to insert a rectangle at the background. So in order to insert a rectangle, what I need to do? I need to create a rectangle. I need to create a rectangle. Okay. Yes. So what I need to do? So I have to bring it. Suppose take for example, bring to front. So it will not bring to back. Bring, bring to back. All these things will come for it. So this is how we can create. So 50% of the that page we have done. So rest of the things that we will create one bubble map. Okay, one that is called bar. Okay, bar chart will do. Okay, another we will make a combo chart in the next sessions. Then we will make a that do not chart. Okay, this is the tree diagram, tree. Okay, tree map we have done, and one table in the last lessons we will do. So this is the part 1. Okay, part 1. So in the next sessions that will uh, complete the rest of the visuals. Thank you very much.